Okay, we're here to do some meditation today. I like to focus on the chakras because it helps us focus on our energy points in our body. They all emphasize different things. The root chakra, which is basically in your, I like to think of it as beneath the tailbone, and that's your grounding chakra. That's your root chakra. It's also at your base. It's where you can feel that you're here and now. Your sacral chakra, I'm tongue-tied today, is about how you feel. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel right now? It's where a lot of emotions get trapped. And that is below your navel, kind of. On women, it's basically where your uterus is. Men, is basically right above your pubis bone. Next is the solar plexus. That is where you feel empowered. That's your empowerment, your courage, your self-esteem, your self-confidence. And sometimes it can always be where we feel insecure or a little bit too arrogant. So that is where we focus on what we are, what we will do. Your heart's chakra, I also like to call it heart center, is where you feel loved and where you feel love. That is where you focus on emotions of kindness, compassion, some ways passion. Sometimes the chakras almost feel like they're overlapping in emotions, and that's because we're all kind of layered, just like the chakras are layered. They build on each other, and if we only tune into one or two of the chakras, oftentimes we become even more imbalanced than what we start out as. Your throat chakra is all about your truth. That is where you speak, that is communication, and oftentimes we feel trapped or stuck. Basically today, my throat chakra is a little bit off balance because I obviously am tongue-tied. So when we get stuck like that, it's good to just breathe, center into it, kind of own that that is where we're at today, right now, and how can we breathe through it and let that go so it doesn't hold us back. Our third eye is right here, is where we see. It's focusing on our intuition, our intention. It's seeing all things on all levels, not just in the physical, but also the emotional, the mental, the spiritual. The crown chakra is kind of like right in the middle. My part on my hair is basically right over my crown chakra. So if yours is off to the side, just know it's more right in the middle. That is infinite wisdom, universal wisdom. It is knowing all things. Oftentimes we feel so small and so insignificant, but connecting with your crown chakra lets you really focus on being diverse and open to all things. That's where we really get into that kind of spider web of connecting to the universe, as some people call it. Some people call it God's energy, where we branch out and we are within and without. So as I walk you through it, I want you to think about how you're feeling right now today, because oftentimes we think about being in the past, but meditation is to bring us into the now, the here, and how we are right now today. So I like to make sure that I'm breathing, my chest is open so I can breathe, my shoulders are down and back. I like to kind of settle into my body, so I bring my chin back. That engages the deep flexors. You're going to feel it sometimes where it's almost hard to breathe. That's normal. And then I stretch it out. You should feel it kind of pulling. Make sure your shoulders kind of down. This gets all the physical gunk kind of out of the way so you can actually relax into your meditation. In some ways, people do use it as a medication. Okay, as you feel more relaxed into it, I'm sitting on some blocks so I can really feel my seat bones and my legs stay nice and relaxed. If you are a person that your legs fall asleep, if you're sitting, you can use a pillow, folded blanket, blocks, foam roller, different things like that that you can sit on and lift up. You can also be supine, so laying on your back with your legs extended, your arms out to your side. You can do meditation standing. You can even do an active meditation. Yoga is a form of active meditation. But for today, I want you to just be comfortable. So either laying down or seated. I want you to breathe into it. I like to have my hands out, kind of relaxed, palms up so you can receive. You breathe, close your eyes. Really allow that breath to expand. Right now we're going to focus on that breath pushing down. As we breathe out, you want it letting go. And as you breathe in, you're going to feel that breath filling your pelvis and pushing into the root chakra. That way you can feel grounded through your seat bones, your tailbone. Really allow your legs just to kind of extend into the floor and keep reaching until they are at the ground. Sometimes I like to think about them burying into the floor, into the ground. That way you feel rooted. Being grounded is feeling safe and secure in your body and in yourself. A lot of people talk about the safe spaces, which are always important, but meditation helps you create that safe space in your body. As you feel that being stronger, more secure, you want to then bring breath into your sacral chakra. That's where you feel. So those emotions that feel overwhelming, sometimes it's happiness, joy, but sometimes it's anger and frustration, especially if you're feeling kind of cooped up and overwhelmed with everything going on right now. You want to acknowledge how you feel, but then as you're breathing, just let those emotions go. You don't have to hold on to them. You don't have to stay with those emotions. I always notice as I focus in on those two chakras, my lower back feels more relaxed, more stable and strong. Some ways it does make us feel powerful, which brings us to our solar plexus. That's our empowerment. That is where we really get to focus on what we want to do, what we will become, what we will be. Some people kind of feel like it's shaking when they breathe into it. The solar plexus focuses on fire, and so it really makes you feel energized. It's your true strength in many ways, and we're just building on all the chakras. So you want to make sure that you're focusing in on that. Some people will feel their breath kind of shake when they're focusing on the solar plexus. That's normal and it's okay. Remember, all of this is how you feel, not how you think you should feel. So everything that you're feeling is okay and it is normal. So breathe here, really, really feel it. Open up your abdomen in the breath, open up your breathing. You'll notice I'm closing my eyes through it because I'm meditating with you, feeling how it feels in my body so I can relate it to you, that may be how you feel, but you may be feeling something completely different, and that is good. That's normal. You want to feel how it feels to you, not just how somebody tells you it should feel. And then your heart center, you really want to focus on your breathing here. Think about your heart. It's between your lungs. They work together often. If you don't have oxygen, your heart does not pump, and therefore everything kind of shuts down. If you're not feeling love, if you're not loving yourself enough, if you're not giving your love to other people, oftentimes we feel kind of stuck, like we start closing in, we start getting tight, and that's where you need to just breathe in love and breathe out love. Some people say it's kind of cuckoo. I used to be one of those people, but that's when you remind yourself that if you can't love yourself and you can't breathe in love and breathe out love for yourself, you're holding yourself back a little bit. So really open up that chest and allow yourself to feel that love. Feel that breath coming in and soothing your body, your emotions, all of it. So breathe here. Really feel how the ribs expand. It is so important to connect with the physical body as well as with the emotional and the mental. That's where you tie in all those layers together and address the layers that you feel. Because if you're stuck in the emotions, you tune out the physical. But if you allow yourself to open up one layer at a time, you can feel them building into each other, and that's where they start to connect and overlap. The throat chakra, some people like to bring their tongue to the roof of their mouth, right behind their upper teeth. So sometimes it's going to sound a little bit funny because it's going to open your jaw and breathe a little bit more in. So on the throat chakra, we're going to do that. Sometimes you'll hear like a hissing noise. That's a good thing. That one too can make you feel like your mouth is drier. So sometimes I'll have water near me to have a sip of water. Sometimes you'll also feel it like really open the back of your throat. That's a good thing. That's kind of opening all of this. And that's really what a lot of meditation is built on, is opening yourself to feel, to be present in the moment and the right now. The third eye, I really like to emphasize closing the eye on this one. So this one, as I talk to you about it, I'm going to keep my eyes closed. It's about focusing inside yourself and seeing all those layers, all of those different things. And you can also start to see kind of the connection to your spiritual self. That is your sixth sense, your intuition, that gut feeling. It's all of those things. So I like to check in and to remind myself that I truly see myself right here, right now. How do I look to me right now? Sometimes we like how we look. Sometimes we're like, ugh, we need to change that. But it's all about growth and not disregarding how you are right now, but accepting how you are right now. How you see yourself is okay. Sometimes when I breathe in, I really focus on the air coming in into my head. So it's one of those moments that it's okay to have a big head because you're filling it with air and sight. Basically bringing awareness to that third eye. And as you've noticed probably in yourself, is as we've gone layer by layer, chakra by chakra, we're building up and really creating a foundation to connect with that really allows us to feel strong in ourselves. And then from here, you're going to think about your crown chakra. This is the knowing. And everything that you've experienced in your meditation, you know how that feels to you. You know how it is with you right now. So you just want to hold on to that. How is that connected? Are your legs falling asleep? Those are all things that you know right now. So as you breathe, if you have a leg that's asleep, you want to breathe air into that. Make it feel lighter. Make it feel more calm and relaxed with breath. You want to think of everything opening up again so you can expand. And then this is where I really like to emphasize that connection of going elongated through all the chakras and expanding through myself, yes, but even going further. Kind of like a tree is stable and anchored because it branches out, but it also grounds and roots into the ground. It's the same above as below. This is where you kind of know and you breathe, you are connected. This is where I like to settle in, and as you come kind of towards the end of your meditation, you want to think about how it feels, kind of waking everything back up by moving, kind of opening it up, really get into the moment and see how you feel. Take time with that, even though the video is at an end. Take time and sit with it. You don't have to jump into your day right away, but you can ease into it. Thank you. Have a great day.